It is a big world with all kinds of wonders and surprises. Here are some great facts to fill your plate with food of thought. As you sit and watch this video, you may think you are standing still. Relatively. But in fact you, along with the entire solar system, are moving. Really fast. Our Milky Way galaxy is spinning at about 145 miles per second. Sorry officer. I really understand my speed. You cannot keep just one guinea pig in Switzerland. This is because they are social creatures and therefore need to have a companion. Everyone needs someone, right? A small Indian village has a very interesting tradition. Every time a girl is born, people plant 111 trees in her honor. The bat is the only mammal that can fly. No, flying squirrels don't count. Sorry little fella, you're just falling in style. Scientists believe that large diamonds and precious stones rain down on Saturn and Jupiter. Lightning burns methane into a type of coal. They accumulate to form graphite, which turns into diamonds falling from the sky. There is no sound in space. Yes, when you scream, no one can hear you, and that's because has no molecules in the vacuum of space for sound waves to travel through. Astronauts in space can lose about 1 of their muscle mass per month if they don't follow a 2-hour exercise program every day. Well, that motivates you. In Alaska, it is illegal to whisper in someone's ear while hunting elk. Save your secret for another time. It is estimated that there are 1 million ants on Earth for every person. I'll let you count 2 while I chalk a sudden itch all over my body. Oh, the highest point in our solar system is on Mars. At 15 miles up, Olympus Mons squashes our big Everest like a bug or an ant. Forget VIBGYOR, there is no fixed number of colors in the rainbow. The reason is that each shade blends seamlessly into the next without a perceptible boundary. The next times you see a rainbow in the sky, try to count how many colors you see. The average person spends about 1/3 of his life sleeping. Think about that. The next time you want to sleep in on the weekends, the size of your eyes will never change. It stays the same from birth as your nose and ears grow. About 85% of people exhale through only one nostril at a time. And depending on which nostril you exhale at any given time, it affects your whole body and especially your brain. The average person's nose produces about 3 pints of mucus per day. Most of it returns to the throat and is swallowed. Yum yum. And the last nose fact of the day. Rhinotillexomania is an obsessive disorder in which one uncontrollably picks the nose. Never keep a goldfish in a dark room. It will become pale, then it asks for spray tan. There is a disease called werewolf syndrome. It is characterized by abnormal hair growth all over the body. Partially the female lion does about 90% of the hunting. So, yes, the next time you imagine a lion in the ark of, you really should think of a lion. Footprints left on the moon will not disappear because there is no wind. So, that small step for man is still up there. Venus is the master of volcanoes. There are about 1,600 large volcanoes on its surface. However, none of them are known to erupt. There are more stars in the night sky than grains of sand on this planet. You may doubt, but only because only a small fraction of the stars are visible in the sky. There are about 2,000 thunderstorms on Earth at any given time. Trust me, I counted. Okay, maybe not, but still. Coca-Cola was the first commercial beverage consumed in space. So that's one giant glug for a soda maker from Atlanta. Speaking of Coke, the average American drinks about 5 gallons of soda a year. Alas, our poor stomachs. Actually, our stomachs are fine with this soda. I mean the hydrochloric acid in your stomach can dissolve metal. Cows can sleep standing up, but they only dream lying down. But what they all dream of is beyond me. About 40% of women apply body or hand cream at least 3 times a day. So, now you know. You may have heard that dust is 80% skin cells, but this is a misconception. 2/3 of dust comes from outside in the form of pollen and soot. The rest of it is either pet dander or just carpet or fabric lint. That doesn't mean you won't lose a lot of dead skin cells, some of which will become part of the dust in your house. But that's just a tiny fraction of the 9 pounds dead skin you shed each year. The aorta, the largest artery in the human body, is about the same diameter as a garden hose. In New Zealand, babies often sleep in sheepskin. This is thought to help them gain weight faster and keep their bodies warm. An average cumulus cloud, that's a big puff, weighs a little over 1 million pounds. That's about the weight of 100 full-grown elephants floating overhead on a cloud. Stewardesses is the longest word that can only be written with the left hand. Go ahead, try it. Now, typewriter is the longest word that can be made with just one row of keys on the keyboard. 1 in 4 Americans has been on television. I think Andy Warhol was right when he predicted to the number that everyone will be famous for 15 minutes. Almonds belong to the peach family. Yes, useful things. You may have heard of déjà vu, the feeling of having experienced something before. But what about déjà rêvé? Then you feel that you have already dreamed of the situation that you may find yourself in now. When it comes to dreams, the average person sees about 3 to 5 dreams every night. You just forget most of them as soon as you wake up. Sharks are the only fish that can blink with both eyes. But it's not to clean or wet them. They blink to protect their eyes when they bite their prey. In a recent survey, the majority of Americans who were asked what their favorite smell was answered, banana. And you, do you like the smell of it? In 18 months, 2 rats can produce 1 million offspring. And seahorses can have up to 2,000 offspring in 1 litter. Here's one that bothers you. Mosquitoes can thrive on flower nectar instead of sucking your blood. In fact, only females bite humans, and they do so because they need blood to produce eggs. The biggest flower in the world is also the most fragrant. Blooming at about 3 feet and weighing about 15 pounds, the corpse lily is said to smell just like this. Well, the name says it all. More than half the world's population has never made or received a phone call. Living without telemarketers, imagine. 1 million Earths could fit inside the sun. Moreover, the size of our sun is quite average compared to other stars in the universe. If someone could fly a plane to Pluto, it would take about 800 years. 800-year flight, that sounds like my worst nightmare. About once a year, an asteroid the size of a car enters the Earth's atmosphere. But don't worry, they always burn before they reach the surface. Every year, the Earth's rotation slows down by about 1 milliseconds. So if you have always wanted more hours in the day, be patient. Very, very patient. Do you have more interesting things to list? Let's keep it in the comments. And if you learned something new today, please like this video and share it with your friends.